S, M, S is social distancing, M means wear mask compulsorily, and S is wash your hands frequently with soap. So these are the three main and important basic tips you have to follow in order to keep coronavirus at bay. So today, as already we have started our food lesson. So today we will have a small recap of the previous chapter, previous topic, and again we will continue with the next topic. I hope you understood yesterday's topic. So today what we have discussed yesterday, we have discussed the importance of food and what are the sources of food and what are the ingredients required for making of food. So this all we have discussed. So today we are going to start with the next topic, right? So like in our previous class we have, I hope you have completed this table 3. Did you all finish this table 3? I hope you have finished it. So based on this table, what you understood that the sources of food are not only from plants but also from animals and some other sources like minerals, salt, right? So here we get varieties of food material from plants. In some plants we eat only some parts as food. So in plants also, in few plants we consume only some part as a food, but in few plants we consume whole part of the plant as a food. So what are the different plant parts and what we consume as a food, we are going to discuss today, right? Now here, before that, just observe this figure 3, everybody. Figure 3, these all are the common things what you will find in your kitchen, right? So I am showing you practically also. Just have a look here. Now first one, what is there in the picture, we call it as a clove. What do we call it? Clove. Here I am showing you. So these are the cloves. And second one we call it as cardamom. In Urdu we call it as ilaichi. Okay. So this is cardamom. And next in the third one you can find biryani leaves. Yes, normally when your mother cooks any special dish like pulao or biryani, veg biryani or anything, we use this, right? So these are called biryani leaves. Okay. We call these as bay leaves also. What do we call them? Bay leaves. Okay. Next, here you can see the cinnamon. What do you call it? Cinnamon. So these all are fragrant materials, right? So when these are added to the food items, what we are preparing, they give a good flavor. Hence we call them as condiments. What do you call them? We call them as condiments. I have written as a third new word here. What do you call them? You call it as condiments, or in Telugu it is also called as Sugandha Dravyalu. What do you call? Sugandha Dravyalu or fragrant material also, right? Now beside this you can see these together we call them as condiments. Now beside here you can also see some of the pictures where labeling I have done. Okay, so first one you call them as cashew nuts. Can you see here? So these are cashew nuts. Next, here beside that you have almonds. You all have to label this. Okay, I am showing now. Please note down. If you want for spellings reference, they are there in the table. You can underline and go through. Right. Now here, can you see? These are the almonds. Right. Badam we call. Next, here you can see pistachios. Pista we call. Right. So these are with covered. Here in the picture they have shown without cover. Okay. Without outer seed coat, I mean. Next here. Can you see here walnuts? Here walnuts are shown with seed coat. Here removed seed coat walnuts. Can you see? Akhroot we call, right? Now next here, last one are raisins or kismis we call. Here in this pouch you can see, right? So these all together we call them as dry fruits. What do we call them? Dry fruits, right? Now these food materials are not available in abundant quantity, right? They are grown only in particular places. We use them in a little quantity. It's not like that just for less availability we use them in little quantity. But if you take the example of condiments, these condiments will have a strong fragrance. Hence these are used in a very little amount and they are expensive also. right? In other parts they are imported, right? So this is about the figure 3 explanation. So all this explanation is there in your do you know. Please go through this. Now coming to the table 4 is eat me or eat me not. What do you mean by this? For example, if you take fenugreek menthulu, methi we call, methi seeds, or methi ki bhaji, leaves also we use as a curry, right? So this fenugreek seeds are powder is used in making of pickles, etc. Now in one plant, one part we use. If you take the example of this badam, so this is the seed part what we are consuming, right? So leaf and outer seed coat we won't consume. If you take the example of spinach, palakura or palak ki bhaji, we use the leaf part. So from one plant, one part we are using, right? Now here, if you observe this table 4, so shall we fill this? I hope you all are ready with your pencils. So please take pencils in your hand and start filling this table, okay? Now table 4 is eat me or eat me not. Eat me or eat me not, why this title is given? Because in some plants only one part of the plant is used, in some plants one part of the plant is used. Like for example here, first fenugreek is given. In Telugu you call it as menthulu, already it is given. So what are the parts we eat? We eat the leaves and seeds of this. Leaves are used for making of curry and seeds are also used in making of pickles and dosa, etc. Now coming to the mustard. So your second one is mustard. In Telugu you call it as avalu. Rai we call in Urdu, right? So that mustard part you consume seeds, okay? Which part you consume? You consume seed part. Now coming to the next one, sugar cane. Sugar cane everybody knows, right? In sugar cane we consume the stem part. From stem part normally we use sugar in sweet dishes, etc., right? So from where this sugar is obtained? This sugar is obtained from the sugar cane juice, okay? So in factories they'll extract this juice from sugar cane and they'll process it. After processing you'll get the crystals of sugar what we consume daily, okay? So sugar cane stem part is used. Now from carrot, root part we are consuming. Which part we consume? In carrot, root part is consumed. Now coming to the onion, in onion stem we use and the leaves part we use, okay? So cabbage, from cabbage we use leaves and a stem part. Now if you take last one, asafoetida, in Telugu you call it as inguva, in this stem part we use, okay? So I am repeating, please note down. First one, fenugreek menthulu is already given, leaves and seed parts we use. Mustard, avalu, seeds, seeds, seeds. Finish? Sugar cane next. Sugar cane, what part you consume? Stem part, okay? STEM, stem, you note down there. Next is carrot, already written there. Beside in the table what you are going to write here? You are going to write here root, R-O-O-T, root, okay? Next is onion. In onion plant, which part you are consuming? We consume stem and leaves part. Stem, comma, L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves you write. Next coming to the onion, cabbage, sorry. So in cabbage, leaves part we consume and stem. Now why you may think where stem is present in cabbage. Normally when you cut in a longitudinal section, if you take off a cabbage, in the middle part some white part can you see where the leaves are attached, that is nothing but your stem part of the cabbage, okay? So that also we consume. Next is asafoetida, inguva. Normally Brahmins I think they make most use of this. In sambar and pickles they add this inguva which is obtained from the stem part of this inguva plant, okay? Asafoetida plant. I hope you all have finished this. Yes? Now here at last you have one tip here, extra point. Now peanuts contain, peanuts everybody know, right? What is peanut? Phali, right? So peanuts contain beneficial protein, but it is a few people may be allergic to them and they find it hard to digest. It's not as it contains a very good quantity of protein, people find it hard to digest, okay? Now coming to the next page, I hope you have finished this page number 5. Now from this table only, From this table only you have few questions here, right? So which parts of the plants do we generally use? So from this table, what is your conclusion? In most of the table parts that we eat, if you observe that we consume the seed part, leaves and roots of the plant generally, right? Generally in most oftenly we consume it, right? Now next, do we also use flowers as food? Do we often use flowers as food? Think of it. Yes. What is it? Cauliflower. It's tasty, right? Cauliflower, only the flower part we consume from that plant. Right? Now here, second answer, did you write? Cauliflower? Yes. Now is there any plant which whole body is eaten? Now here in page number 6, third question, can you see? There are some plants from which the whole body of the plant is consumed. Think what are those? Few leafy vegetables, right? Like spinach, leaf, stem, everything is added, right? So like that, few vegetables, few plant parts are consumed on a fully based manner. Okay, so that is about the thing. Now here, now whatever may be the source of ingredients, plants, animals or minerals, we use some in plenty but others are needed only in small quantities. Now if you take the example of rice we use in sufficient quantity, right? But if you take the example of vegetables or curry, we use in little less quantity when compared to rice. So like that, whatever, if you take the example of spices are used in very sparingly, that too in special occasions. If we are cooking any special dishes, we use the spices, right? So like that, some food items are used, whatever may be the source, either plants, animals or whatever. So few food items are used in a abundant quantity and few adequately, I mean to say, and few are used sparingly. If you take the example of oil is also used sparingly, right? So we add a little oil, right? So this is about the thing. Now how do people develop food habits? So I think you have not written notes, right? I am going to dictate notes also from today onwards. Okay. Now here are the new words written. I hope yesterday 3 new words I have given. You people have noted those. Now these are the next new words. Put the date, what you get as a link or that date you put it as and maintain the note. Now today I am going to tell you how to maintain your notebook. Okay. So first page. So by this I am going to finish lesson today and I am going to dictate notes. Okay. So please, I hope you all are ready with all these things. So take one plain long size notebook. Leave first 2 pages. Okay. Leave first 2 pages. First page you leave it for writing the index and second page you leave it for writing the ground rules. I will give you tomorrow. Ground rules in the sense what rules you have to follow when you are writing your notebook. Like it is regarding your margins, it is regarding your how you will give space between the words, how do you divide the page, everything instructions I will give you. Okay. So in the third page, from third page how you are going to start your lesson. Okay. You are going to draw square margin. Okay. For example, assume this is as your notebook. You are going to draw a square margin here and on the this side you are going to write your date. On the top you are going to write lesson name, right? And you are going to draw one margin below. Okay. And first bit you are going to write a heading as new words. Then you are going to write the new words. Okay. Maximum 5 to 6 or it depends upon the topic you will get daily 6 to 7 or 5 to 6 new words you will get. So that you are going to write. Then after that you are going to keep the heading as key points. You are going to put the bit as 2 and you are going to write the key points. So key points are not, every day I will dictate these key points. Okay. It depends upon the topic. Every day I will be discussing you the key points. Okay. So today what you all do is first you be ready with your classworks and margins, lesson name, everything you keep ready for next class. Every day anyway, whenever you will get the class, I will be dictating the new words. I will be giving you the new words on the board and key points I will be dictating, right? So you can make a note in your notebook, right? So what you are going to do. Now a small activity you do is, please collect these, okay? Please collect these like how I have collected here. Not, if not this much quantity, take little small pouch and one or two you collect like this and keep it ready. I will tell you what to do with this, okay? Don't consume, right? So I hope you have filled this table. Yes? So tomorrow we'll be discussing, in our next class we'll be discussing about how people develop food habits, okay? So this we'll discuss later. So what else? So will you note down the keywords? Take down the first point. We take first point under key points I am dictating, okay? New words I have written now. So first point under key points I am dictating. We take food, F-O-O-D, food, for our health, H-E-A-L-T-H, health, and energy, E-N-E-R-G-Y, energy, full stop, okay? I am repeating the point. We take food for our health and energy, okay? Did you finish? No. Next, second point. We eat different types. We eat different types of food material. We eat different types of food material daily, D-A-I-L-Y, daily, but some food items like L-I-K-E, like rice, R-I-C-E, rice, comma, dal, D-A-L, dal. What is another name for dal? We also call them as pulses. We call them as pulses in English. I am writing the spelling here. So, what you write here? Pulses. Just beside dal, you put one bracket and write pulses. Okay? And close the bracket. Pulses and vegetables, V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E-S, vegetables are common in the daily menu, daily, D-A-I-L-Y, daily menu, M-E-N-U, menu, in large parts, in I-N, large parts, L-A-R-G-E, large, P-A-R-T-S, parts of Telangana, okay? 2 points you have written, right? So keep this all things ready. So I am repeating once again how to maintain your notebook. For example, I am drawing here. Imagine this as a page of your notebook. Okay? So here this is a page of your notebook. Here square margin. Square margin you are going to draw. Here you are going to write your lesson name. Here you are going to mention date. Okay? Write date here. Here lesson name. Okay? Like this, draw one margin and put it as first bit and keep the heading as new words. What do you write here? New words. Put serial numbering, that is inside the column only. Okay? Put the numbering like this here. I hope you all understood today's topic. So this is regarding how to maintain your notebook. Like one plain longer 200 pages notebook you are going to take. Okay, I am telling plain notebook, that is long 200 pages. Okay, long plain notebook 200 pages you are going to take, and cover it neatly. So your cover must be neat. Right. Now this is regarding how to maintain your notebook, how to write everything I am going to tell you now. Please listen carefully. Okay. So first page of your notebook, just leave it. Okay. Don't write anything. You can write your name, class, section, everything you can write. First page of your notebook. As soon as you open your book, first page you will have now. So that first page you leave it for writing your name, everything, details you can write. Leave that. Next, second page of your book. Okay, in second page of your book, what you are going to do? You are going to write index. Okay, your index must contain serial number, name of the lesson, sign of teacher, sign of parent. Okay, what is the heading? Serial number. Normally in most of the notebooks you will get with the index page printed already. If that is there, you can use that one only. Okay, if in few books if it is not available, please take from that and write. So I am telling you the headings what to maintain also. I will write on the board. Please have a look. So imagine these are the first page anyway you leave. This is the second page of your notebook. First page you leave it blank. Okay. So this is the second page of your notebook. Okay. So how you will write? Here you put a small margin and write serial number. Here you will write name of the lesson. Okay. Name of the lesson. Okay, name of the lesson you write here, and next is here what you will write? Teacher sign. Here principal sign. Okay. Mostly you will get this page printed in your classwork. Almost all the notebooks you are getting like this only. In case if you don't get, please make a column like this and you can write the index. So see, under serial number you will write the serial number of the lesson. Here you will write the lesson name, and here teacher will sign, and here principal ma'am will do checking, she will sign there. Okay. So first page you are going to maintain index. First page of the notebook you leave. Second page you are going to write this one. Okay. Now third page, keep the heading as ground rules. What you will keep? Ground rules. I am writing here. On the third page what you have to do? You should write heading as ground rules. I am writing here. See. Third page. Main heading you will write ground rules. Ground rules in the sense, this is regarding how to maintain your science classwork notebook. Okay. So you will keep the heading as ground rules notebook heading. Sorry. Then what you will write? Put a first point. First point what you will write here? First point. Cover your classwork. Cover your classwork neatly. Cover your classwork neatly. And maintain, MAINTAIN, maintain neat handwriting. NEAT, neat handwriting. HAND, hand. WRITING, handwriting. I am repeating. Cover your classwork neatly and maintain neat handwriting. Finish. Then put serial number 2. Put serial number 2 down. Next, write index clearly. Write W-R-I-T-E, write. Index, I-N-D-E-X, index. Clearly, C-L-E-A-R-L-Y, clearly. Finished? Third point now. Third point. Draw square margins. Draw square margins neatly. Draw square margins neatly. Square margins in the sense, if you consider this as your page of the notebook, okay, you have to draw margins in this manner, okay. After drawing margins like this, you can leave place on the top of the margin, you can leave place for writing the lesson name. On the left side you can write date, okay, and here, from here you can start your notes, right. I hope you have finished that point. Draw square margins neatly. Finished. Now fourth point, use black pen, B-L-A-C-K, black pen, P-E-N, pen, for headings. Use black pen for headings, H-E-A-D-I-N-G-S, headings. I am repeating, use black pen for headings, H-E-A-D-I-N-G-S, headings, and blue pen and B-L-U-E, blue pen, blue pen for notes, N-O-T-E-S, notes. Next, fifth point, Draw diagrams neatly using color pencils. Draw diagrams neatly by using color pencils. Draw diagrams, D-I-A-G-R-A-M-S, diagrams neatly, N-E-A-T-L-Y, neatly, by using color pencils, C-O-L-O-U-R, color pencils, and label, L-A-B-E-L-L, label, L-A-B-E-L-L, label on right side of the diagram, and label on right side, R-I-G-H-T, right, S-I-D is side, right side of the diagram, D-I-A-G-R-A-M, diagram, okay. Use color pencils to draw diagrams and a label on right side of your diagram. So everyone has to keep all these ground rules in your mind when you are writing your notebook, okay. So first page you left empty, on second page you have you left it for writing index, okay. On third page you are writing these ground rules, okay. So from fourth page you are going to start your first lesson. So this is your fourth page, okay. So how to write notes in the fourth page I am going to explain you now, right. Now I told you already have to draw a square, 4 square margin, yes. On the top of the margin you are going to write lesson name, okay. On top of the margin you are going to put the serial number of the lesson, and you are going to write the lesson name with capital letters, okay, with capital letters. Your lesson name must be in capital letters. Then left side of your page, you already know this, you will write date, yes or no. So date you will write, and next leave one finger space gap, and from below you put the bit 1, first bit like this, and keep the heading as new words. What you will write there? Heading as new words, and every day I will be writing the new words on the board, right. So those new words you are going to take down here, okay. Then after that you are going to keep this heading as second bit and you are going to write heading as key points. What do you write there? Key points. Right? So this, after writing this key points heading, while at the end of the class I will be dictating you the key points from that particular topic of the lesson. No? So those key points you are going to note down here. So every day before attending my class, before starting off my class, please be ready with all these things. Okay, first you should be ready with all this, your stationery, everything, and then you can keep draw margins and keep these headings ready. Okay.